But I'd like to tell you what I heard out there today, and I want to address the issue of that. Folks across Minnesota and across this country, as they gathered to express their frustration and their pain, one of the things they've been making very, very clear, they don't trust the process. They don't believe justice can be served, and their frustrations are they believe that time and time again, the system works perfectly well as it was designed to deny those rights and deny justice to communities of color. We have to make that process work for people. We have to start making sure trust is restored. And I've spent the day and the last week in many conversations with many people about this issue. And I have made a decision that I think so many others have made, that Keith Ellison, our Attorney General of Minnesota, needs to lead this case. And I say that with a lot of experience to say it. I say it as someone who's known and seen the leadership of Attorney General Ellison for decades. I had the privilege and the pleasure to go into the United States Congress in the class of 2006 and serve for 12 years with Attorney General Ellison. I watched him lead on the issues of civil and human rights. I watched him gain the respect of the entire United States Congress. I watched him formulate and think about things that at the time people said we can't do that, we can't get them done. Keith Ellison was a person there to get that. He understood the systemic issues that were holding us back, and as a member, one of 435 in the United States Congress, his voice was loud. It was also my privilege in 2018, when I was given the privilege of becoming the governor of Minnesota, I entered that with Keith Ellison becoming the Attorney General of Minnesota. He's my lawyer, if you will, for the state of Minnesota. And I've watched his vision and passion. And when I say my lawyer and the state of Minnesota, that's the people's lawyer. He's done that with a command of the law, but with a command of what the law means to people, what it means to stand in front of justice and expect to get that. So this decision is one that I feel takes us in that direction and the step to start getting the justice for George Floyd. When I spoke to the Floyd family, they were very clear. They wanted the system to work for them. They wanted to believe that there was trust, and they wanted to believe that the facts would be heard and justice would be served. And I can tell you in Minnesota, having Keith Ellison as a lead on this case, that will happen. With that, Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Thank you, Governor. My name is Keith Ellison. I'm the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota. And it is with a large degree of humility and a great seriousness that I accept for my office the responsibility for leadership on this critical case involving the killing of George Floyd. I want to thank my good friend of many years, Mike Freeman, for the hard work he's done. We expect to work together. There is a lot of resources, talent, and ability in his office on cases like this. And I just want to let everyone know that we are going to bring to bear all the resources necessary to achieve justice in this case. And that means that we won't leave any resources on the sideline as we pursue justice. I've had an excellent conversation with Mr. Freeman, and we will be working together. This case is unusual because of the way that Mr. Floyd was killed and who did it. At the hands of the defendant, who was a Minneapolis police officer. But it is not unusual in the sense that the Attorney General's office handles criminal cases and works with counties all the time. This is not something that we're not used to. We have a criminal division of highly competent prosecutors that I have tremendous confidence in, and we have talked. We believe we have the capability, and we'll work with our counterparts in Hennepin County to make sure that justice is achieved. Now, if I may, I'd like to just anticipate a few questions. Tonight, we're not prepared to talk about what the charges are going to be, who's going to be charged. It's just too early to discuss that matter. Tonight, we are announcing our role in this case, and we'll begin the very earnest process immediately, and have already begun to do so. Let me also note a dose of reality. Prosecuting police officers for misconduct, including homicide and murder, is very difficult. And if you look at the cases that have been in front of the public over the last many years, it's easy to see that that is true. Every single link in the prosecutorial chain will come under attack as we present this case to a jury or a fact finder, and we need to make sure that we are absolutely prepared. We intend to be absolutely prepared. And so I just want to let the public know that we are pursuing justice, we are pursuing truth, we're doing it vigorously, and we are pursuing accountability. But I will be asking for your trust, because certainly some people will want to know every single detail that we're working on. We will not be able to share that with you. But I want to let you know, and I want to ask you for your trust, that we are pursuing justice, we are pursuing it relentlessly, and we are pursuing it on behalf of the people of the state of Minnesota. So thank you very much.